Están en la ciencia.
Here I am. That's just a what is this? The pin message, there's nothing pinned. Hold on. Do I need to do this again? Shoot. Hold on. There's nothing pinned in the kick chat. Let me delete this right here. To donate live. Hello, everybody. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. Oh, I should have some background music, huh? Trying to figure out the pin situation in the kick chat. Let me put some background music on, though. So it's not like y'all thinking stuff is muted. Don't want that now, do we? Like, Kick has been, like, giving me some problems. Like, yesterday, it didn't come on today. I didn't even do anything to it today. I was like, forget it, dude. You see something? Wait a minute. So, hold on. That Shizzle, did you just pin something? Because I don't see anything. All I see is pinned message. I don't see anything that's being pinned. Hold on, let me do something. I know what to do. Pinned. Let's see if that's gonna do something. Hold on, let me delete this. Let me see if that'll work. Oh, it could be. It could be the stupid. It could be the stupid. Uh, uh. It could be stupid. Kick. Yup, it's kick. Never mind. It's kick. It's kick. I can't see any. It just. I just give up. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing over there. So it's just going to have to be what it is. All right, that's enough of that. I am currently streaming on Kick, YouTube, my website, and Twitch. How y'all doing? I can talk to y'all a little bit before we get into the news. Hi, Ray. Hi, Sapphire. Edwick, Michael, Robert. Where Lexi at? Lexi in there? There go Lexi. Hi, Lexi. I see you. I don't know hair, but that looks Egyptian style. No, this these are dreadlocks. They're just what I did right here is to make bangs, I just take my dreadlock and I fold it like this, and then I just wrap it around like that. And then it just ta-da, it just makes bangs like that. I need to turn this off, but I like to see my kitty cat. I like to see my kitty cat outside with that wasn't there. Hello from Michigan. Hello, Jackie. How are you all doing? I had a story yesterday. I was going to talk about the tariffs, but I didn't do anything. I was like, what am I looking at? Hold on a second. What is this? Okay, I got to change that. Ugh. Hold on. I had a story. I had a story to upload, but I didn't do it. Yesterday I finally had a story to upload. So I was like, I'll just talk about it today. You are a little too early. Actually, I'm late. I was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but I needed to eat. I need to eat. So, and I'm not the type of person who eat in front of a. Oh, it's going to be, I don't even know if y'all going to get another 1 a.m. stream. Because once I let go of, trying to find a story and everything like that, like for months, ever since I did everything to get this channel back into good graces with YouTube overlords, my sleep has suffered. My sleep has suffered big time. And I have some goals that I want to accomplish. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get it. And you know what snapped me out of it? The tariffs. The tariffs have affected the AdSense big time. And so I was chasing that algorithm big time because I was like, the AdSense money was, it was delicious. I'm not even gonna lie about it. The AdSense money was great. Then them tariffs hit, and then it was like, ooh. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was saying to myself, I would stay up all night long trying to find a story that I liked, because I'm not the type of person who can just excuse me, your Temu orders are here. I stopped ordering from Temu. I ordered a little bell. A little bell. The little bell that go like this. A little bell. And it took damn near 3 weeks because the Asians, Chinese, whoever the hell is shipping their stuff What they're doing is they're bypassing. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what the people at Temu. Once they did this, I stopped ordering from Temu. So my little bell, ding a 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 ding a. I just want you to know, ding a ding a ding a ding a. A little handle with a little bell on it, silver little bell. So what they're doing in China when it comes to Temu, if the items are not at the headquarters, if it's not at the headquarters, thanks Nina. If it's not at the headquarters in America, what they do is that they ship it to a residence location. All right. So that bypasses the tariffs. Then when that resident location gets it, then they ship it to the Temu headquarters. And then the Temu headquarters, because they're not allowed to use the United States Postal Service anymore, they use some cheap, off-brand, backwoods type of delivery, and the damn thing takes forever to get here. So it was like they gave me a $5 credit on a bell that cost $1.70, and I said, okay, give me a bell, go get him, give me a credit. And the bell, they lied, FedEx, exactly, federal, like FraudX. And the shipping thing lied, saying nobody's home. I don't need to be home for you to put a little tiny little bell in front of the door. And I don't really have, knock on wood, I don't have porch pirates like that, right? So when that happened and I finally got the damn bell, it took 4 weeks. 4 weeks to get a damn bell. A little tiny bell, this big. A silver. By the way, I love the bell. I love it. It's this big. It's silver. It has a nice little handle to it. But I said, I'm not going to order from Temu no more. I don't really order nothing big from Temu. I'm an Amazon.com girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Amazon.com girl. Okay. I don't care about Temu like that. I order like not stupid stuff. I order silly things from Temu. Not silly thing. That's not even silly. I'm going to tell you the stuff I ordered from Temu. I told you I ordered that table that came from China. I don't regret that. That's a wonderful. A bell for the cat? No. I don't think cats like these type of bells. I order like wick, candle wicks. I order like the candle soy wax, the coloring. I order the temperature stick, the what usually used for rotisseries, but I can use it for that. What's your cat name? They're not my cats. They're not my cats. The cats are feral. The cat, like, I don't know, y'all. That could be me. That could be me. Excuse me. That could be me pretending that these cats are mine. But when I say I'm looking at the cats, I only can look at them through this. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if they're eating. No. To this day, I have not gotten close to the cats. But then again, I'm not trying to because I'm busy. But all I do is feed them every day. That's what. Then what are their pretend names? I don't know their gender. Cat is named Stray. The cat chose me. Yeah, they did choose me. Both of them did. Yeah, I mean, I don't know their gender. I want to get, listen, the black one is my favorite. There's a black one, is an all black one with beautiful, beautiful yellow eyes. And then there's a gray one. Okay. I don't know their gender. I don't know if there was 2 girls, 2 boys, a girl, boy. I don't know. And I haven't even tried. I did try. Laura said you should put the food by the door. But I never see when I put the food by the door, I don't know, I don't get an alarm saying that they're at the door. You know what I'm saying? Because the door camera ignores animals, but the garage, the camera outside of my garage does not ignore animals. And if I put the plate on the back of my car, it always detects them coming in. Okay, so I just feed them. That's all I do. I just feed. I don't know their I don't know their gender. So they have no names. It's as of right now, one is called Black Cat and the other one is called Gray Cat. That's their names right now. Black Cat, Gray Cat. Okay. This organic fruit soda was so good. It's called Evolution. It's a real fruit soda, and this is tropical mango. God, it was so good. It has organic apple, lemon, passion fruit, mango, puree. It even have organic flowers. I just drank some flowers. And natural acidophilus. God, these things are so good. I love that you're a cat person. I'm an animal person. I love animals, period. It's just that I'm okay with the cats being outside. I'm okay with the cats being outside because I had 2 cats, and I'm sorry, I'm one of these people that can't handle death well. So, hey King. So when my first cat died, it was okay. I mean, I was very sad, but because so the mama had a baby cat. So I kept the baby cat, one of the baby cats, and gave the other 6 away. And so when the last cat I had passed away, it hurt. It hurt so much. I had a more bond to that cat than the mama cat, because I found the mama cat outside of a Chinese restaurant. True story. Found a cat underneath the Chinese restaurant. I saved the cat because I thought the Chinese people were going to eat it and cook it and then put it on the buffet table. So I took the cat, grown cat, and it took some taming, but the cat went from an outside cat to an indoor cat. Because as soon as I was letting her go outside and inside, she went outside, got pregnant. Oh, ho. And then soon she had her babies. I think a couple months after that, I got her fixed. And then I kept one of the little kittens until they finished nursing. So once they finished nursing, that's when once they finished nursing, I gave them away and I kept one of them. And so that's the one that I kept. I saw her come in. I saw the mama give birth to her. So it's so I named her Fanny. And then when she died, because the veterinarian told me that she had a kidney disease or something like that. And she kept drinking a lot and was peeing all over the place. So I just put different types of litter boxes all over the place. I did everything I can because I was mad that they're veterinarian going to tell me, oh, your cat's not going to make it past 3 months. I said, who the hell are you? That's why I don't like these doctors, dude. I can't stand these. I can't stand them. They straight up got God complex. I cussed his ass out. Started stuttering. I cussed him out. This is when I appreciate my height, because when I stand up and I actually get in your personal space, looking down at your face, okay, slightly raising my voice, I'm letting you know I'm so angry. Anyway, I said my cat will live more than 3 months. Who the hell are you? You're not God. You didn't create my cat. I'm just going through all this. And my cat didn't die in 3 months. My cat passed away 3 years later. So I can't stand that. And I just can't stand a lot of these doctors. They get this God complex, like they're going to tell you or your animals how long they're going to be. And you know what? I fault a lot of people for letting these people get to this point. Like, I probably was the first person to cuss that doctor out because he just felt so comfortable giving my cat a death sentence. And I think when a person is comfortable saying something crazy to me, other people have allowed him to say that. Quick question. Can you add a plant garden tab in Discord, please? Oh, sure, I can. I could do that. As a matter of fact, I will do that tonight. I haven't even been in there since Yes, I'll do that. Alexi. I'll do that tonight. I will. So, I thought Max was gonna make it until he stopped eating. Yeah, and so guessing not a fan of Peter either. No, I don't like Peter, because I told him if they ever throw some paint on my leather, they gonna get an ass whooping. Boom, I don't play that. Shoot. These people gonna sit up here and I love leather. I got a mean leather connection. My dog ended up with oral cancer during 2021 COVID, but we couldn't get a vet to let us bring him in because of COVID restrictions. Bring him in for what, Tamara? To put him down or just to get him his treatment? That's right. Stay away. I will say I feel fortunate about the vets I've been working with for my dog. They have always told me they'll keep her quality of life in mind and that she can live, if not certain time, longer. That's what they're supposed to say, Spitfire. There you go. They're supposed to say that. Don't sit up here and say, you need to go ahead and get prepared. Your cat's not making it for 3 months. Dude, I'm not a violent person. I know it sounds like I am, but I'm not. But, oh my God, I wanted to just... to look at them and remove the small lump that was there. By the time they opened up the vet office, his entire mouth looked like a human brain. Damn! Look. Tamara, all for a so-called disease that everybody overhyped. She finished her radiology treatments and a couple of weeks ago started chemo a week ago. I feel like she's in great hands. Chemo to a pet? God, I am so anti-chemo. Exactly, it infuriated me. I was there when he was born. Yeah. And so that's the thing about me where hold on, is anybody in Kick? No. So I don't have to, hold on, what is this? All it shows is yeah, Kick is acting stupid. I'm not gonna pay attention to Kick. And Lexi, do me a favor and remind me again, like if you hear me sign off, Remind me again so I can go immediately there. I'll get distracted and forget, but then I'll end up doing it 2 days later. But I want to do it right after I finish. And they wouldn't even let me be there to put him. Why? You couldn't be there when you put him down. What? Why? Girl, I will go to somebody else. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Don't let. Oh. Listen. My cat was. Only pets were allowed into the veterinarian office. We had to hand over her leash outside. Then you know what I would have done? I would have had them put them down, put your doggy down in the house. I would have put. Do you know? Well, my first cat died, before we could even get her to the vet. And so when it came for the second, why did I have somebody? Because the euthanasia people can come to you. You ain't got to go to no vet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to go. When it comes to putting your pet down, y'all don't have to go to these veterinarians. They can come right to your house. Okay, King. Good night. So that's what I had with my last kitty cat. And why did I do that? Hold on. I think I did that because the veterinarian pissed me off. Hold on. I think I had the whatever you call them, to put your cat down and give an injection, stuff like that. I think I had them come over. This is when I used to live in this house. I think I had them come over here because I think I cussed out another veterinarian. It was, I don't know what it was. And this was in 2009. And I said, and it ended up being cheaper, and it ended up the euthanasia. Is that what they're called? I learned they can make house calls when I audited a vet. Yeah, they're literally people who come and do it. They do it. I know what happened. Oh yeah, I cussed out. Oh yeah, I cussed out this veterinarian. Oh yeah, I did. I cussed her out so bad. That she cremated my baby for free. They were so mad. They were so apologetic and everything like that. And anyway, so she came over here. I hated it. I hated that entire process. Don't even want to talk about it because I probably would still cry. But anyway, you're probably on a vet that I doubt very seriously. I wish they put me on a blacklist so I could basically go, ha! I got to you. Go to the vets in the rich white neighborhoods. You ain't lying. Well, I don't live in a bad neighborhood though. And by the way, full disclosure, every veterinarian I've talked to is white. Boom, headshot. So I don't live in the hood. Okay? Every veterinarian and the one I cussed out that ended up cremating my little baby for free was a white woman. Okay. I cannot believe they're doing fireworks outside. Anyway, so no, I've never been to a black vet in my life. I don't even know if they have those. Truth be so, I've never seen a black veterinarian. Every veterinarian I seen was white. No, and it's not that I'm cussing them out because they did a disservice. I cuss them out because they act arrogant. They act like they are gods. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all don't understand. Like, most people will allow people in scrubs or a white coat to talk to them a certain way, to suggest something in a certain way. And I'm talking over some people's heads, right? But only a small few of you will get it. We have been conditioned since birth, since childhood, to look at certain people as many gods of the Most High, that these type of people were blessed by the Supreme Being to help us, and they are really here for the other side. When you give this false security that you have life and death in some people's hands, you make it come true when you depend upon these people, and then they abuse that power to determine who lives and who dies. And the word usage they use really works until they come across a bitch like me. You can't tell me some stupid stuff about, oh, when you're going to die, oh, that person going to die, blah, blah, blah. That works on so many people. When a white coat going to tell you, oh, you have this many years to live. This is the reason why I tried so hard to get to my aunt before them crazy ass hick people got to her. Because I knew if I can get her to realize she can stay on this earth as long as she wants, she can determine when she wants to leave. But it's really hard when you're fighting against an entire backwood country bunking inwards, okay, who are just like, can you tell my aunt and my grandmammy when you go to glory, I said hello and I missed them. I told my aunt, I said, you can leave here when you're ready. But the doctor told me I only have a couple of weeks. I said, I said, you know how you always say rebuke the devil? I said, you got to rebuke that. I said, he's not your God. He did not bring you into this earth. You don't pray to him. You don't worship him. How is he the authority over your life? Over the head. Over the head, over the heads, over the heads. They don't understand. They don't understand. She dead today because of that. A doctor sent me home to cross over to the pearly gates, saying I had stomach flu after I said I always go by what I think. How is he saying you're gonna die over stomach flu? Now that's deserve a cussing out. We are trained to pay deference to the expert. These doctors are not even healthy themselves. He misdiagnosed. Yeah, but how you die from a stomach flu? I don't understand. Even if he misdiagnosed you, I'm like, how do you die from a stomach flu? Part of my intestines had died. Okay, well, you changed the story up then. You left all that out of there. Ain't that what Ouija boards are for? Taking it to the talking to. Shut up, Ray. I just. He said I had stomach flu. He was wrong. I had dead guts. Hold on. Nina, were you able to have a bowel movement? Hold on, wait for Nina to give me an answer to this. Hello? Nina, you there? Okay. All right. So, anyway, I'm gonna assume yes. Okay, I'm assume yes. If you were able to have a bowel movement, you didn't have no damn dead goods. I've never even heard of that before. Y'all need to stop listening to the stupid stuff these doctors tell you. What the hell is dead goods? You didn't have dead guts. If you was able to have a poo poo, you ain't had no damn dead goods. But anyway, I just don't look at these people the way y'all look at them. That goes from any type of doctor, okay? Okay. So there's that. I don't believe you now, Dina. It took you too long to even say that. I don't believe you now. I asked you a simple question and it took you damn near 3 minutes to answer it. Anyway, so I don't believe you. I just don't listen to them and take them seriously like you all take them seriously, right? When I go to the hospital to visit, I look at it as the building of death. So many people get bacterial infections from the tools that's used. Other people get given drugs that they have side effects to, and then next thing you know, they're in a coma. Like, you understand that these people have a license to practice medicine, and who they practicing it on? Who they practicing this on? They practicing on your ass. So, as long as they can keep you sick, they will always make money. Always. Okay? So, no, not you. Do something different. I'm not talking to you. So I'm just saying, I know 95% of people look at these people, and let me say this one last thing, and then we're gonna go into the news. Okay. I want you to understand that when you're shot, go to the hospital. Stab, run to the hospital. Burn, oh my God, hospital is number one. Okay. Don't go to no alternative medicine. They are so good at taking care of burn victims. Really, really, really good for that. Got cuts or any injury, broken bones, stuff like that. Yeah, go to the hospital. But boy, when you start saying, so I got a little thing in my throat. Let me go to the doctor and see what this is. That's when you're like, that's when they go, oh, yeah, let's see what I'm going to practice on. I'm just, anyway, just to get back to the cats, because we got on all of this. Hold on. I've been spending 40 minutes talking about pets and doctors and all this other stuff. Let me just say this, okay? And then we're going to get into the news. And I'm going to be here for a minute because, well, maybe, I don't know. I didn't get one donation yet, so maybe I won't be here for a long time. But I will say this. It's just that I'm okay with the cats being feral outside cats, because I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for another cat yet, because I don't handle death well of of cats. Dogs, I've had dogs in my life, you know what I'm saying? And when dogs die, yeah, it hurts, but it ain't hurt. Nothing hurt more than my kitty cats. When my cats passed away, that got me. That bothered me. So anyway. All right. So let's go to, let's get down. Y'all ready? We're going to go ahead and get ready for some now I really don't have to dude, this Barry White song has been in my damn head, and all because I was listening to it sitting at the daggone stoplight, and somebody next to me was playing it loud, and it's still in my head, and I've been singing it all day, and I'm trying to every time I get quiet, I hear it in my head. I don't really have to read these articles. I am so up to date on what's happening with Russia, the Ukraine, and Trump. Trump getting on my nerves with the posturing that he's doing. Putin is making me very angry, man. I can't believe what Putin did. Yet Trump don't even want to talk about how Ukraine tried to assassinate Putin in his own helicopter. Okay, and it's like Trump should have walked away from this war the day he was sworn into office. It's like one of the best things about Trump, which is going to be his downfall, is his ego thinking that he can solve everything. Okay. And he's such a flip-floppy fish when it comes to Russia and Ukraine that he's pissing off everybody. So first he'll sit up here and talk this nonsense on, I'm going to be very tough. I'm very disappointed. Say crazy Putin. Then he talks to Putin. Oh, I love Putin. We're so great together. We're just being good friends. I've always been beside him, blah, blah, blah. See, I don't like that. And one thing I don't like is that Trump likes to posture on his stupid social media platform that only him and his fans use, Truth Social. So let me explain this right here, right? Let me explain this. Moscow says no Putin-Zelensky-Trump meeting during Monday's planned ceasefire talks. So I don't understand how Trump has got the nerve to say that he is helping the negotiation when he is a representation of America, where America, along with NATO, is in a proxy war with Russia. How is the aggressor going to have mediation talk with the people they're fighting against? We were the ones who were funding Ukraine, Nazi Ukraine, by the way. We are the ones who were giving them all those weapons, all those ammunitions, the damn uniforms, the stupid helmets and all that. We were giving Ukraine everything that they needed to fight Russia on our behalf. A war that should have never happened, true enough, but it is Biden's war. And now it's Trump's war because Trump can't learn how to say, this is not my problem. I had nothing to do with it. This is Biden's mess. I'm gonna let Russia just go ahead and mess them up. As long as we don't send them no more money, we Gucci. Cause my base don't want us to send no money. So we stopped sending Ukraine money. And they've been hurting ever since. Now Zelensky is trying to get Trump to impose sanctions, which never worked, by the way. There are 16, the number after 15. There are 16 sanctioned packages against Russia, and it has not hurt their economy not once. Not once. Also, y'all remember when Trump said back in January and February that there will be elections in Ukraine? Oh yeah, that went out the window. It's going to be June what? When is it? Tomorrow? Hold on a second. The first day of June is this Sunday. And there has not been any elections. Trump ain't say nothing. Trump ain't say nothing. So this is the second elections that Zelensky has canceled. And Russia's like, Zelensky is an illegitimate leader of Ukraine. We're not signing nothing with him, because if we sign something with him, it's going to be voided and not legitimate because he's illegitimate. So how in the hell are you going to have somebody who's not the official president of Ukraine sign on behalf of Ukraine? So this is the deal in reference to this whole, we need to have Putin, Zelensky, and Trump sitting together. Zelensky has a bounty on his head with the Nazis, known as Azov. Okay? The Azov leaders, as well as the battalion, the Nazi ones, the real ones, right? The real Nazis, are tired of Zelensky, and they are just ready for the word to him, right? Zelensky is trying so hard to show that he is legitimate by being in a photo op with Putin and Trump. If Russia recognized, which they won't, which is they're not, this is the reason why this is here. Zelensky has no plans on literally stopping the war and having a ceasefire. He is like and I'm okay with it, but let me be transparent. I am so okay with Zelensky acting stupid and acting dumb and keep talking about stuff. We are never going to give up that. We are never going to give it up. We need this 30-day ceasefire. Russia is slowly taking over a land by land. It's like a slow burn. And the more they delay, the more territory that Russia takes over. And soon enough, if they keep it up, in 3 or 4 years, 90% of Russia, 90% of Ukraine will be Russia, because Trump want to sit up here and act like he's a mediator. How the hell? We are part of the proxy war against Russia, dumbass. So Trump finally said no to sanctions, because sanctions doesn't work. He finally said, there was another thing he said that made damn sense. Hold on. He said no to sanctions. He said, no, we're not putting any peacemaker troops inside of Ukraine. Because that right there is actually saying, okay, we got troops in Ukraine, so we are now engaging in an outright war against Russia. Okay. Yes, but Putin has been avoiding destroying Ukraine as much as possible in a war. Otherwise, it'll be done. That is true, because and Who said this? EP. I'm gonna just call you EP. EP. The reason why he's taking his time is because there are a lot of Russians in the areas that they're taking over. So they have all these great missiles that they could use on Ukraine. You're right. They can end it in a day. But it's like they are actually doing. Okay, good night, Ray. They're actually doing this so that they don't want to kill their own people. They don't want to kill their own people. So that's what they're doing. But Zelensky, and I want you to note that I said this on May the 30th, 2025. Zelensky's time on this earth is very limited. Yes. And he knows it's very limited. And that's the reason why he's acting the way he's acting. Anyway, this is never going to happen because Russia does not recognize Zelensky as a legitimate leader. He only wants to take a photo op to preserve his life a little longer with the Azov battalion, because they're just tired of him as well. And especially with the fact that they are just they're still snatching up people off the streets to fight in this war. So remember when I said that the longer the war will go on, the more territory that Russia is taking over. It's called the buffer zone. So Germany, who has not learned from the 1940s that you cannot beat Russia, thought y'all learned that from this. This is why we don't let Germany have nukes, okay? They cannot be trusted. But anyway, Russian forces are carving a demilitarized buffer zone in Ukraine's Sumy and Kharkov regions ahead of summer offensive. This is supposed to happen in summer. Well, I guess it is almost summer, right? Because summer starts in June. So they're a couple of weeks ahead of time. So because Zelensky has been sending drone attacks into Russian interior, because they have been, shooting long-range missiles into the interior of Russia, aiming them at civilians, Russia is like, okay, all right, we're just going to have to get a buffer zone. So let's move this buffer zone further into Ukraine. So therefore, these long-range missiles y'all be trying to shoot into our country, yeah, y'all could do it all the way over there in Poland if you want to. I'm gonna read a little bit of this, and there are some videos. I don't know if I can play them here. Maybe we'll see. Let me see. I don't even think it matters, right? Ever since June 2023, Russia President Vladimir Putin has warned that nonstop Ukrainian attacks on civilian targets in Russian territory would make it necessary for Moscow to carve out a demilitarized buffer zone that would protect peaceful cities across the border. Now, 2 years later, as the Ukrainian army prepares itself for a big Russia summer offensive, we realize that the work to establish a cordon sanitaire, what is this? Cordon sanitaire is well underway. Just in the last 10 days, Russian Federation troops have taken the following Sumy settlements on Mayino. Okay, that's a Ukrainian word. I mean, Russian word. I don't know if that's Ukrainian or Russian. Okay, all of these words are Ukrainian words I cannot pronounce. While in the neighborhood Kharkov, I know how to say that word, and Oblast, they have conquered Beroshenk. Hold on, I should know this word. Doroshchev. Hold on. Doroshevka. Why am I trying? chat, why am I trying? Oh, that was French, Nina. Why am I trying to pronounce these Ukrainian words? I don't even, there's some English words I can't even pronounce. There's some English, I'm literally trying to daggone pronounce these daggone Russian, these Ukrainian words. Okay, what is this? Okay, I don't know what that was supposed to be for. Kaboom! By the way, none of these have sounds to them, so I don't even know what's the purpose of playing that. Okay, now that one has sounds. God damn, loud too. Okay, boring. Anyway, I'm so tired. I'm just so tired of the theater coming out of the White House. I really am. Trump gonna take a big L if he does not just learn how to just say, hey, this is not my problem anymore. I'm gonna let Russia do its thing. Cause Trump wants to trade with Russia, which would be a good idea. Which would be a good idea if he could just walk away from this and stop saying this will never happen in my world. Because let's not forget, Trump said something very stupid. Trump had the nerve to say he can end the war in one day. Months later. I'm just saying, like, you could. What are you talking about? When I get in the White House, I'm gonna stop the war in one day. One day I can stop the war. I can stop the war. 4 months later, we're still having it, right? Okay. What changed his mind? Trump is, let me just say something bad about Trump. He sucks at who he surrounds himself with. Why is everybody cool with little Rubio, Rhino Rubio, being on Trump's team? Like, did y'all forget this guy is a rhino? Since when are we okay with little Rubio? I'm saying, did we not forget that? So if you guys are okay with little Rubio, then you're gonna be okay with the pirate too, huh? Because I'm sitting there saying, I don't like Rubio. So that should explain to you guys, like Kellogg and Rubio and all these crazy people that Trump surrounds himself. He likes to surround himself and have his enemies or his former enemies work for him. The dumbest move ever. That's why he ended up doing flip-floppy stuff. That's why. When it comes to this war, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing or talking about. I'll give him credit on the tariffs. I'll give him credit on getting rid of the immigration, the illegal immigration. I'll give him. Oh, I got somebody, Mary. Hi, Mary. Mary, you didn't say anything, but you know what? I'm gonna put the words in there. Mary says, "Tree, I know everybody else is not giving to you, and they're some of the most selfish, disrespectful people everywhere. But I love you. I'm your ride or die. I'm on your side. And here is a super chat. Thank you so much for being you. Love you. Sincerely, Mary Martin." So if you guys don't put nothing in there, I'll put it in there for you, okay? Anyway. So, but thank you so much for that. But yeah, it's like, what was I saying? Anyway, so yeah, it's Trump. Oh, immigration. So I took the words out of your mouth. Okay, thank you, Mary. So like Trump's great with the immigration, the building of the wall, the tariffs, the other foreign policy with Iran and everything like that. He bombed the hell out of the Houthis. Okay, thumbs up for that one. Getting a gold dome over the United States, I don't think we need it, but it won't hurt to have it. Get it up. But the two things Trump does that's dumb as hell, and none of his hardcore base won't say something, but I will. The two things he does that pisses me off is his dumb ass is still determined to try to turn Canada, cucked Canada into a 51st state. He need to shut the hell up about that. His base don't want Canada as a 51st state. Canada don't want to be part of the United States. Like, let it go. Nobody want Canada to be part of the United States except Trump dumbass. And then, so that's number one. And then number two is the situation with the Ukraine and Russia war. Like, why are you not understanding that we are part of the war against Russia? So how the hell, that's the reason why Zelensky keeps coming over here telling us, I need more money and weapons. The welfare child of the world. Let me tell you something. Can't nobody talk about Africa always putting their handouts. We have seen the biggest welfare queen of the world is Ukraine. The biggest welfare queen of the world. So, no. And I'm tired. I'm tired of Trump posturing like this. It's getting on my nerves and he needs to stop. What is this? Okay, so let's talk about, so here's where Trump gets a W. So listen, let me just say this, chat. I am fair when it comes to Trump. I don't suck him off. I don't sit up here and look at him as the orange gold god. He does no wrong. Absolutely not. When he does stupid stuff, I'm gonna call him out. When he does great things, I'm like, yay, Trump, yay. And I'm telling you, he's doing great when it comes to immigration. And he won me over when he tried to stop birthright, these anchor babies. I hate anchor babies. I don't think there should be anchor baby things. Anchor babies should not be a thing here in America. Okay? So he's great on this one. And so SCOTUS gave him another W. And let's look at it.
All right, let's go back to that breaking news we told you about before the break. The Supreme Court has just cleared the Trump administration to temporarily end humanitarian parole protections for 500,000 immigrants. The justices lifted these protections for migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. Let's bring in CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez. Camilo, what more can you tell us about this ruling?
Hi, Mugo. This ruling will place 500,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela in legal limbo and will allow the Trump administration to terminate their parole, legal status, and also their work permits that have allowed them to live and work in the U.S. legally, but on a temporary basis. These are migrants from these 4 crisis-stricken countries who were allowed to legally come to the U.S. under a Biden administration program that was designed to discourage them from crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. But the Trump administration, Mugo, has argued that this policy was unlawful, that it was an abuse of this humanitarian parole policy that the Biden administration used on a very unprecedented scale. and that it needed to be terminated. And now the Supreme Court is allowing the administration to revoke that legal status and now to place these migrants at risk of deportation. The caveat is that some of these migrants, Mugo, may be able to stay here through other means because they have applied for other immigration benefits like asylum or a green card. Cubans, for example, can be eligible for permanent residency or a green card under a Cold War era law. And so those migrants will not be eligible for deportation. But
because they're more likely to be Republican.
Boom! Headshot!
One of the most biggest Latino group in Florida is the Republican Cubans. But they are born. Those Cubans are born in America, particularly Florida. So when you have the other Cubans who are here from Cuba, mix them up, they're more likely to be Republicans. So this is a good move.
anyone who does not have another immigration status can now be deported from the U.S., and the administration has made this warning very clear. If you are here illegally, you must self-deport. If not, you could face arrest and deportation from the country.
Yeah, a big ruling there from the Supreme Court affecting thousands of people. Wow, Camila Montoya Galvez, thank you so much for your reporting. Now let's go to CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson. Jessica, can you help us break down this ruling?
Yeah, and great reporting by Camila. So what we have here is the Supreme Court granting the Trump administration's emergency request to say, pause the lower court ruling. I know it feels like I say this almost every day now, where we're talking about lower court rulings, what they say, and whether or not they will go into effect. But what we have here is a lower court, a trial court, that said that the Trump administration's attempt to terminate this parole program, that it could not go into effect while the case is being played out. The Trump administration essentially emergency appealed first up to the circuit court, then up to the Supreme Court. And what we have is the Supreme Court today saying, okay, we're going to pause that lower court decision, meaning the Trump administration's desire to end this particular program will be in effect, meaning the program is ended for now. I do want to caution that this isn't a final ruling on the merits from the trial court, from the circuit court, or from the Supreme Court.
So, Jessica, just a quick clarification for me here. Does the case then still go on? Or what's...
So, yes, it looks to me like, and of course this is a breaking news story, that the case does still go on.
Okay.
The Trump administration had argued that the case can't go on because this is not judicially reviewable, meaning that they have the power to say, we're ending this program. The Trump administration had said, again, judges essentially have no particular role here. But I think this is just the Supreme Court. It looks like by 7-2, we have dissents by Justice Sotomayor and Justice Jackson.
Of course.
Very lengthy and vigorous dissents saying the program goes into effect for now. It could meaning the end of the program goes into effect for now. And this could be where we end up long term.
Okay, Jessica Levinson, thank you so much for helping us.
Hold on a second. Where is Steven? Hold on. Hold on, guys. So, y'all know I love Steven. I love Steven. I love when he get in these people's guts, dude. He does it in such a snarky way that he just makes me laugh, right? So it says, watch Stephen Miller turn the tables on CNN reporter when she tries to embarrass him with a bad faith question and uses political correct terms to describe illegals. So I watched both of these and they're so terribly cut. Okay. So I found the Daily Caller video that put both of them together. As you can see, I was watching it. So let's watch it together because, you know, y'all know I hate bad clip videos. So we're going to watch Stephen Miller like straight up he just bodies her. He just bodies her. And it's so fun to watch. Let's watch it.
Even just yesterday, we saw whenever a judge rules against this administration, you say they're going rogue. Do you think a judge should just rubber stamp what your White House does? If not, what checks and balances do you think should be in place for this White House?
It is not the job of a district court judge to perform an individual green light or red light on every single policy that the president takes as the head of the executive branch. Just think about the premise baked into your question, respectfully, Pam. You're saying that when the American people elect a president of the United States of America,
I'm not saying
well, it's the implication, who is the sole head of the executive branch. Well, let me finish. I will answer the question happily. Look, when you have these kinds of lazy assumptions built into questions, it makes it hard to have a constructive dialogue.
What is a lazy assumption? I said you all had to win.
You said is it my expectation?
I'm speaking
you
because
said,
now you're putting...
You said, is it my expectation? It's not just you. It's the whole media. Democracy cannot function. In fact, democracy does not exist at all if each action the president takes, foreign policy, diplomatic, military, national security, has to be individually approved by 700 district court judges. That's democracy. But let me tell you about these rogue judges. This is the most litigated issue over the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, whether or not to deport the foreigners who invaded our country illegally. You want a democracy in this country? When Americans vote, when they cry out and they beg for a president to come and save them from this invasion, and some district court judge in San Francisco or Manhattan tries to shut it down and shield these foreigners from deportation, while the courts did nothing to stop Joe Biden and his administration and his officers, the Mayorkas, from overseeing this invasion.
CNN reporting shows that investigators believe the migrant was set up. It was a victim of a setup. What is the administration going to do now? And this is an undocumented immigrant. I do want to note that.
He is illegal. He is illegal, undocumented. He's an illegal alien. That means he's a criminal.
What is the administration going to do now? And this is an undocumented immigrant. I do want to note that, but this was someone who came forward, was a victim of a crime.
Are you saying this immigrant was here illegally?
Yes, but I am, and that's why I said that. I clarified that.
You said undocumented, and I wasn't clear what that means. I'm assuming they have a fake ID. I'm assuming they have a fake social security number.
That's neither here nor there. That's getting away from the question, Steve.
When we use language that's designed to obscure the...
Oh, no. You know what? I want to get the actual... See, hold on. How do we get the entire interview? Dude, they're cutting out. Hold on a second. Now I'm mad about the whole cutting out stuff. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let's go to... Like, are you talking about, was he here illegally? Was he here illegally? Are you talking about illegally? Was he here illegally? Yes. Well, you said undocumented. Let's see. That's 134, 141, 153. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the 150. Oh, this one is 220. Damn, it's going higher and higher. Hold on, let's see. 2 minutes and 20 minutes.
Yet, even just yesterday, we saw whenever...
God, that's such a terrible audio.
To follow me and obey the law?
No.
Yes, but I am...
So they didn't even put this on Did they just put this on TV only? This is not even on
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted a stunning allegation saying that an undocumented migrant sent a letter threatening to...
Okay, here we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted a stunning allegation saying that an undocumented migrant sent a letter threatening to kill the president, promising to self-deport after the assassination. CNN reporting shows that investigators believe the migrant was set up. It was a victim of a setup. What is the administration going to do now? And this is an undocumented immigrant. I do want to note that, but this was someone who came forward, was a victim of a crime, and now law enforcement believes he was set up. Go ahead.
Well, I want to clarify what you mean, so we're talking about the same thing. Are you saying this immigrant was here illegally?
Yes, but I am, and that's why I said that. I clarified that.
You said undocumented, and I wasn't clear what that means. I'm assuming they have a fake ID. I'm assuming they have a fake social security number.
That's neither here nor there. That's getting away from the question, Stephen. I want this to be, and call me naive, a good faith discussion about what's happening right now.
But when we use language that's designed to obscure the truth, that's not good faith.
An
illegal alien is an illegal alien. They're not an undocumented immigrant.
Okay, that's fine. That's another discussion for another date.
I don't know the details of the assassination threat. All I can say, based on what you're telling me, is there's an illegal alien in our country who's making menacing threats. Regardless of the facts or circumstances, we don't want him here. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and I would gladly come back on when I have more information to share with you.
They were set up, just to be clear. But quickly,
So
where is the White House on habeas corpus?
the illegal alien was treated unfairly. Yes, I'm sure the illegal alien was treated very unfairly.
Okay. Where is the White House on
These are so great. And they don't even have it on their website, chat. Let me tell you something. You can only find this on Twitter or you can only find this on Twitter or as you can see, the Daily Caller, right? Yes, I'm sure that the illegal alien was treated unfairly, okay? Oh, man, that was great. Those days always make my day. All right, going back to CNN again. They're bringing all the laughs. CNN cuts away as Joe Biden gets in female reporter's face, claims he can beat the hell out of Jake Tapper. I don't know where this comes from, but okay. What is this? Hold on. Oh, 5 minutes. Former President Poopy Pants Joe Biden. I know for many of you, Memorial Day, like for us, is deeply personal for the Bidens. This day is the 10th anniversary of loss of my son, Bo, who spent a year in Iraq. To be honest, it's a hard day. What is the purpose of this? It's always about him. Bo didn't make this ultimate sacrifice for his country in war. Shameless. I'm literally serious right now. It's no joke. And that's not hyperbole. But it isn't hard being a liar. And okay, got it. So there's no need for me to watch this. Okay.
You look good. You look good. Well, the prognosis is good.
It's also from the current president himself. Not a week goes by, barely a couple days go by.
Jasmine, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We are now able to go to it. Listen to the exchange that former President Biden had with our own Arlette Saenz in its entirety.
You look good. You look good. Well, the prognosis is good. You know, we're working on everything. It's moving along. So I feel good.
Have you decided on your treatment options?
Yeah, we have, and they're underway, and all the folks are very optimistic.
And so you've started treatment.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with his face? What am I looking at? Do you guys see what I see? Is that even Biden? Sundora said, I'm looking at karma. Whoa! That's a mask? You know what? You ain't lying. Look like all these wrinkles. I'm saying to myself, what What in the hell is going on with his face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to share what exactly that entails?
It's all a matter of taking a pill, one particular pill, and for the next 6 weeks and then another one. And the expectation is we're going to be able to beat this. It's not an.
Guys, look at his face.
Organ. It's my bones are strong. I hadn't penetrated, so I'm feeling good.
Sir, why was it important? Sorry.
I've done it all because I'm loyal. I do it every damn year from the very beginning. I never forget where I came from.
Oh God!
I feel like everybody didn't know what to expect of you today, and then you get here and you're speaking.
He's still a freak. He's still a freak. Did you guys see that? I'm gonna rewind it. Did you guys see that? You see how uncomfortable she was? Did you see how uncomfortable she was when he did that? Like, oh my God. Oh my God, dude. You can't even help yourself, right? Oh, they quit giving him Botox. He was getting Botox? Hold on, I'm gonna rewind that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Watch this.
Loyal. I do it every damn year from the very beginning.
I feel like everybody didn't know what to expect of you today, and then you get here and you're speaking powerfully. You look good. You're confident. What do you say to all those people? Don't count you out.
Well, I say lots of luck in their senior year.
What has this been like for your family? Obviously, this is also an emotional.
What did he say?
Powerfully, you look good. You're confident. What do you say to all those people? Don't count you out.
Well, I say lots of luck in their senior year.
What did he just say? What did he just say? Tell me, chat. He said some senior year. What did he say? Joe, you so crazy. I don't speak dementia. Sorry. He said, you're looking good. Look at me in a few years. He said, you're looking good. He said, look at me in a few years. That's not what he said, EP. You lying. Some look good in their senior year. Word salad, mumble. Minecraft enchantment table. Lots of luck in your senior year. He says senior years. Okay, even y'all don't know what the hell he has said, except for the senior years, though. The senior year y'all got right. Everything else y'all don't know what he's talking about.
What has this been like for your family? Obviously, this is also an emotional time. This is the 10-year anniversary of your son, Bo's passing. You received this diagnosis just 2 weeks before that.
Well, we're all optimistic about the diagnosis. Matter of fact, one of the leading surgeons in the world is working with me. And he had diagnosed with the same exact thing 32 years ago. He's alive and well and doing very well. So we're optimistic. We're optimistic.
And there's also been a lot of discussion recently about your mental and physical capabilities while you were in office.
You can see that. I'm mentally incompetent and I can't walk and I can beat the hell out of both of them.
Do you want to reply to any of those reports, and also to the fact that there are some Democrats who are now questioning whether you should have run for re-election in the first place?
Why didn't they run against me then?
What?
Run for re-election in the first place.
Why didn't they run against me then?
Why didn't he run against me then? Right? Is that what he said? I cannot believe I need a translator for this clown. Is that what he said? Why didn't you run against me then? He found the match from the Jim Carrey movie. Why didn't they run against me then? Okay.
Because I'd have beaten them.
Do you have any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets. Look, there's a lot going on, and I think we're in a really difficult moment, not only in American history, but in world history. I think we're at one of those inflection points in history where the decisions we make in the next little bit are going to determine what things look like for the next 20 years. I've been talking about that for a long time. And I'm very proud. I'll put my record as president against any president at all. You notice the 10 leading presidential historians rated me pretty good up on that list, and the guy I ran against, I rated him the last. So we'll see.
Sir, you had
Watch me.
You have your grandson with you today. What's it mean to have your family here and be able to look out at him?
Oh, God, I hope we don't get in her face again. Please, please don't get in her face again.
It feels good. Look, that's my son, Bo's son. And Bo started coming here with me about the same age. So it's, he wanted to be where his dad had been and what he's doing. He just graduated from high school. He's going off to college in the fall, and I'm really proud of him. And he is the son of his father. So,
do you have anything to say to the press secretary?
Okay, we heard for the first time there from former President Biden, first of all, about his treatment, saying that he takes a pill and that he is being treated by a surgeon who also had prostate cancer and is, he said, still around, and fought back.
Well, probably still around because he got his prostate removed. I don't think Poopy Pants Joe Biden want to lose his function down there. Because, that's what happens when you get your prostate removed as a man. Okay. Your ding-a-ling stops working. So, I'm just saying, this is the worst president we have ever had. So, moving on. All right. Elon Musk is leaving or stepping down from being part of Doge. I don't care. I don't like Elon Musk. Never have, never will. I'm very happy that he brought me back. Because of him, I am allowed to be back on Twitter. I am very happy about that. I will say that much, right? Very, 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 very happy to be back on Twitter. However, with that being said, that's the only thing I can say nice about Elon Musk. I don't like him. And he's having a press conference in the White House because he's stepping down, and in the process of doing it, he went against some. You know what? We should probably see if we can catch all of this in the White House, because Ducey asked him a question about Wall Street, Washington Post or something like that. Let me see. Hold on a second.
President Trump, the president mentioned that you had to deal with all the slings and arrows during your time at Doge. There's this New York
some of the people, some of the media organizations in this room.
Oh, New York Times.
Well, so there is a New York Times report today that accuses you of blurring the line between.
Is the New York Times, is that the same publication that got a Pulitzer Prize for false reporting on the Russiagate? Is it the same organization?
I think it is.
I think it is. I think the judge just ruled against the New York Times for their lies about the Russiagate hoax, and that they might have to give back that Pulitzer Prize. That New York Times? Let's move on.
Okay.
Next question.
That was very awkward. Ducey is on our side. I don't understand what was the purpose of going after. Let me see. Is this on YouTube? That was so cringe. Did you see how awkward that was? Chat. I'm so tired of the right sucking his. I know that's right, Miss Midnight. Me too. Oh my God. Guys, we need to get the Dr. Common Sense on our show again. One of these days I'm gonna contact him. Let me see. Elon Oval Office. That was today, right? Let's see. What is this?
He didn't need this. He didn't need it. And we find out government's a little nasty on occasion. Hello, Peter.
Yeah, at times. Hello, President Trump.
Government's a little bit nasty, Peter. You haven't noticed that. You've had a charmed life, right?
You tell me.
Very charmed. I think you've had a charmed life. I think what I'll do, if you don't mind, numbers have just come out which are rather extraordinary, and I thought I'd play a tape of one of the people who I've respected over the years, from Joe Kiernan and Rick Sand.
Spending where there's often literally no defender. Nobody even knows why the money's being spent. It's truly absurd. I mean, we find situations where there are millions of software licenses with 0 people using them. 0. Exactly. This is the quizzical expression. You're like, surely, if there's millions of software licenses, someone should be using them. No, and then we've got to go through the process of saying, okay, look, if no one's using the software, we need to terminate this software license agreement. That's everywhere in the government, by the way.
Mr. Musk, what do you think would be easier, colonizing Mars or making the government efficient?
It's a tough call, but I think colonizing Mars and making life multi-planetary is harder. And as I said, we do expect to achieve over time the $1 trillion of savings. We can't do it in like a few months, but if you say by I think the official end of DOGE, which the president may choose to extend, is the middle of next year. Say by the middle of next year, with the support of the president and Congress.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let him finish his statement, then we're gonna move on.
Could we achieve
$1
trillion of savings? I think so. We're on track to do so.
Do you have faith that Congress?
Okay, that's it. I don't want to care no more. So moving on to the next thing, we have, for some reason, the Democrats are concerned about young males, and that our side meaning the Republican side, is getting a lot of these young males, and these young males are leaving the Democrats and coming to the Republicans. So they decided to get this morbidly obese woman to get them back to come to the Democrats. Now, we featured her yesterday. She was very upset that the Republicans were showing a picture of her 65 pounds heavier. But she's still morbidly obese. So there's that. So let's watch Victor react to her and see what he thinks.
Reports claim that Olivia Juliana has been picked by the Democrat Party to win over young men. She claims that she's not in charge of the effort, but doesn't deny that it exists or that she's a part of it. Which is weird, because she just went on a podcast where she explained that apparently college-age young men are super into BLM and gay stuff, and that's the inroad the Democrats can use to win them over.
Are almost always pro-choice. They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised at the number of them who support Black Lives Matter.
So the DNC has what? Her, Chris Mowry, Harry Sisson, and David Hogg? They're not sending their best. I don't know a single young man who's about to have their mind changed by any of those people.
Oh, that wasn't so good. He usually does better. So since he didn't do so well, let's go to Twitter and see if we can find a better video. That was like that was not good, chat. That was not good at all. Ooh, Lord. This is the Democrat-influenced Olivia Giuliani, who was tasked to helping Democrats attract young men.
As the saying goes, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
What an unfortunate thing. She has to use food. By the way, that's Gorlock. That's not her. That's not Olivia. That is Gorlock, right? I just want y'all to know that is that's not her. Okay. We already saw that. Hold on a second. I want to see if we can find a video we never seen before. Oh, here goes something. This is, oh man, this is from 2022. I'm a 19-year-old queer Latina, and that's why these politicians fear me. What?
It's a lot of money. Tell us what you plan to do with that money, because this is a time when people need organizing. They need door knockers. They need people to literally be in the faces of folks who might be infrequent voters. Is that what you intend to do with all this money you're raising?
Absolutely. I want to make it noted that this money is being split amongst 50 abortion funds across the country, especially in states where those services will be needed the most because of restrictive abortion laws. So this money is going to the people who need it. It's going to the funds that are going to help people get the health care they need, despite these Republican attacks against reproductive rights. I'm extremely excited that I've been able to use my platform to do something that will genuinely make a tangible difference in people's lives.
Her platform. How big is she? I mean, how big is her platform? Okay, we can see how big she is. What is it? What is this? Okay. Okay, she ain't no small fry. Connecting with young men. Man, y'all in trouble if y'all got this to depend on. I'm sorry, though. You expect me to think that this is not the preferred picture versus... I mean, why would you tweet this? Why would you tweet this? Of course people are going to prefer the woman on the left. Why would you even do that? Like, and she says, Bo, it's not my fault God made me taller than you. What? Why would you even tweet that? Why would you even quote tweet this girl that made you look stupid? Like, why would you even do that? Okay, that's gonna have some music in there, I can tell. Meet the Democrats' new secret weapon to woo back young. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Don't re-quote this well now. We are in trouble. Matt Gaetz. I would worry less about my weight and more about finding a job, you unemployed bum. First of all, who said anything about your weight? Do y'all see how she's so self-conscious? Nobody said anything about her weight. All they said was meet the Democrats' new secret weapon to woo back young men. And then Matt Gaetz says, well, now we are in trouble. Ain't nobody say anything about her weight. If anything, she looks like a dude here. Very masculine. Not attractive. What is this shadow over the side of her face? But she said the weight. She said it. She brought up the weight. Nobody else brought that up. She did. So she's self-conscious. Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, she's not smiling. One side of her face is dark. And the other's like, what is going on? Like, what? I'm just like, yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I want to show this. This is our last story that I want to feature here. It's pretty sad, but what happened was I feel sorry for the girl because now she's going to have a complex about driving, and because of that, her dad is no longer alive. This is a really bad story. But I wanted to get a chance to watch all of it to figure out, like, how did this happen? Because they were in a convertible, by the way. So that's how she was able to get out of the accident with no problem. Her father, on the other hand, was not as lucky.
Teenager learning how to drive, taking her car through a fence over an embankment before landing upside down. The girl's father killed in the passenger seat. As KCAL's Michelle Geely tells us, a pedal mix-up may be to blame for this.
A 15-year-old Laguna Beach girl who was learning to drive went off a steep embankment above PCH Monday afternoon, according to police. The Volkswagen convertible came to rest on the roof, killing the teenager's dad.
It appeared to be on a permitted driver, 15-year-old female driver, with her father out essentially in a driving lesson sort of situation. Gas pedal, brake pedal confusion, and tumbled over a 40-foot cliff onto Coast Highway.
The 64-year-old died in the crash. The girl managed to crawl out of the car, according to investigators, and is hospitalized in stable condition. Pete Dearborn is a private instructor who's taught thousands of teenagers to drive.
Repetition's really the key to success as a brand new driver. I know my grandpa told me that, and that's what we had to do. Make you stop and go, stop and.
But also, the best thing about really fidgety drivers is that the driver the instructor has his steering wheel and has also brake. I don't know if they still make those type of cars, but he's able to take over the controls from you on his side. Do they still do that? So you would be in the driver's seat, but he will also be in the passenger seat with a steering wheel, brake pedal, gas pedal, and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, like, don't they still have that? Do they still have that? All my driver instructors had those emergency brakes. That was by her dad, though. I know that was by her dad, that shizzle. Damn, I'm not stupid. I got the daggone video right here. Hello. My point is that the reason why you have instructors to teach children is because they can take over the car, unlike the father who just put in a convertible. That not only that, you letting your child drive a convertible. Anyway, as I was saying, that shizzle, please shut up. I don't understand why you telling me something that's obvious, okay? Just shut up. I know they were driving their personal car. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of you talking to me about something I already know? It's a Volkswagen Bug, idiot. Obviously, it's their personal car. It's also a convertible. No driver instructor gives in lessons in a convertible car. Damn. The hell? You know what the hell I'm talking about? Who uses a convertible for driver's ed? Exactly. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by something that didn't need to be said. So instead of her father teaching her how to drive a car in a convertible, like you got everybody watching you, she could have just had a instructor, because on the passenger side of the instructor car, you have the brakes and then the car, the wheels. So he could take over whenever she is hitting the gas, thinking that she's hitting the brakes. Okay. I learned with the driver ed car, it was worth every dollar. I'm not gonna lie. I learned how to drive on a dirt road in an open field with some friends of mine. And my first car that I learned how to drive was a stick. That's the reason why all my cars are sticks. Even a truck I had was a stick. So and we were out on a dirt road. That's right, theft protection. Cause can you believe millennials and Generation Zs are least likely to know how to drive a manual car. And this is the reason why they stopped making them. Like they stopped making them. If you want a stick shift, you have to literally have to buy an old car or a expensive type of car that they don't even sell that many of them now. So all my cars, even my truck that I had was a stick shift. Less than 1% of new. Yeah, that's true. There you go, A Empire. And the reason why is because the younger generation doesn't know how to drive a stick shift. So that's the reason why all of my cars have been stick shifts, because of the fact that my first car that I learned how to drive was a stick. And I mean, the guy that was teaching me was very patient. Cause I would choke it, and it was like, you know how you don't do the balance of the gas to the first gear and everything like that. So did a lot of jerking and stuff like that. So it's the automatic anti-theft device. Facts. So therefore, and also it's less likely to get carjacked when it's a stick shift. And not that anybody want to carjack me, okay? in my cars, okay? My cars. All right. So yeah. But anyway, I think that with her being in a convertible, it was just like all eyes are on her, and she got extra nervous, and it's like, yeah, that was just a terrible thing. You should just go ahead. And who said that about worth every penny? Who said that? I agree with whoever said. Oh, here you go, Milo. I agree with Milo. Go to a professional and learn how to drive. Like, I think the way I was taught is just very rare. You know, you don't get taught like that. Like, I'm on an open field, and of course my first car is like a stick shift on a dirt road. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble and everything like that, but this is just so tragic. Like, you go off an embankment, and she's going to have to like live with this for the rest of her life. Just imagine the guilt. That little girl going to have to go through some psychological issues, but she going to have to go to some therapy for years.
And that's what we had to do, make you stop and go. And so the more that you do that on every car that you drive.
Dearborn says mixing up the gas pedal and the brake is a very common mistake. The DMV requires permitted drivers to get 50 hours of training behind the wheel with a licensed adult, in addition to lessons from an accredited driving school. Only then can a person take a behind the wheel test for their license. Police say the teen's mother told them that this is the route that her daughter would use when she practiced driving with her parents. It is close to home. It was this parking lot off of PCH where Gelson's Market used to be. In Laguna Beach, Michelle Geely, KCAL News.
Damn, that's bad. That's terrible, bad. I never learned manual. I try this year or next year. I love it. Hold on. I got so many stories about why I love a manual. There were, let me see. When I was leaving, So when I left the police field and I was actually transitioning jobs, I was hurting for money, honey. Sometimes I was like, I'm going to go from a paycheck to doing my own self-employment thing here. And there was times where the gas money was like, oh my God. And I would do my best to save gas, and it would work by just coasting. So I would drive Like if I was on a highway and the if I was on a highway and the speed limit was 65, right? I would stay in the slow lane and go just 65, right? No longer than 60. However, when we go on a hill, I would just put it in neutral and then coast down the hill so I wouldn't use any gas. Woo! Talk about struggling, man. Struggling and surviving. Oh, God, I swear. Manual shift sucks when you are stuck in a traffic jam. Not really. Not really. I'm going to tell you when manual shift sucks. Manual shift sucks when you're trying to eat and drive. That's when it sucks. That's when it sucks, right? When you trying to eat a sandwich, you know what I'm saying? You got your steering wheel here and you got your hand right here. But when you got to shift gears, you got to go, ugh. Then pick up your sandwiches. Like, that's when it sucks. That's when it sucks. Because you got to have one hand on the wheel and then you got to have one hand holding your sandwich. But the hand that's holding your sandwich is also the hand that has to shift the gears. I can't stand that. I hate and actually that's the reason why I don't eat and drive in my car, because I have to. The best thing about the manual shift is that it got me out of eating in my car. Okay, you get used to it eating. Yeah, it's more difficult. Yeah, I don't even eat now in my car unless it's a fruit, because you can hold the fruit in your mouth as you shift the gear, right? But ooh, I got me some cherries. Ooh, I got me some cherries, and you know what? Them suckers was so expensive. Y'all ready for how much cherry? I got a pound of cherries. Ask me how much a pound of cherries cost. Come on, ask me. Ask me how much a pound of cherries cost. I'll tell it to you. $12 daggone dollars. $12. $12 and some change. $12 for a pound of cherries. And y'all want to know why cherries are so expensive? Because it's a very medicinal, yes, it's a very medicinal fruit. It's one of the rare fruits that Harvard has a study on, where they shipped from Mexico and got I wish. No, these are organic cherries. That's the reason why they cost so much. They are organic cherries. I think they don't grow enough on purpose, EP, because these are very, very, very healing type of fruit. Okay, cherries are one of the few fruits that have the highest antioxidants. The highest. Like, all fruit have antioxidants, but cherries, like, y'all can't mess with cherries. Yes, cherries were done in a cancer study. Food prices went through the roof after the idiot Biden. That's true, it did. But Indiana, $6. Yeah, but when it comes to fruit that has edible skin, I only eat fruit that's organic. If the skin is not edible, I don't eat organic. Did my cat? Hold on a second. I'm over here. I didn't even check and see if the cats ate the food. I'm sure they did. Watch. I'm sure that plate is empty. Oh no. You didn't stop by. Okay. Birds love cherries. I'm sure they do. I drank tart cherry juice. Oh, that's good. Do something different. I just like when it comes to that. Peaches have to be organic. We got a whole bunch of peaches down there though. How is Pharaoh Mando and Pharaoh Alicia do it? I don't know. I can't even say I can't even call the Pharaoh Mando or Pharaoh Alicia. I wanted to see if they ate the food out. This is my second time putting food out there. So I think they got different food sources. As a matter of fact, I know they do because they look real nice and fed. So I think I'm one of the many food sources they have. I like real cherries, but hate cherry flavored candy, which tastes like cough medicine. Ew, yucky, yuck. I don't like nothing cherry candy, nothing. Yuck. Oh man. All right, so let me see if I can find a video to make for tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna do, but this stays up. By the way, this video stays up. This does not go down. This stays up. I may even put a link of this in my I gotta go into I'm gonna have to go into the Discord and make a plant section. Alexi, what you say? A plant what? Just a plant section? Just call it a plant section? This is where I'm going to start to grow my own. If I could get a cherry tree, I don't even know cherry trees are going to grow down here in Georgia. I would love a cherry tree. Oh my God. Organic tart cherries has good benefits. Cherries in general has good benefits. It's just not organic cherries in general has the best, just have good benefits. I think they're just trying to, in my opinion, I think your very privileged people are definitely having their share of their cherries, and they always make something that's they make stuff that's good for you somewhat inconveniencing or untouchable for. Oh, cherry trees do grow in Georgia, James? Okay, I'm gonna have to find me one. I'm like, do you spray any pesticides on your cherries? No. Can I buy some cherries from you? Have you ever tried Rainer cherries? I don't even know. I don't know the company's name. All I know is organic and inorganic. That's all I know. I don't even know the company. The cherries I brought today, I don't even know what the company is. All I know, Tree, I know where you were. Tree, I know where you can get one. It's a great online store. I have gotten my pink lemonade blueberry bush from there. I am getting strawberry plants. Yeah, I'm not ready for plants or ready to grow them. Not yet. I will in the future, but not yet. Garden and plants. Okay, call them gardens and plants. Okay, I'll do that. Gardens and plants. Yeah, I'm not ready for it right now. They're yellow and only grow in Washington State. Oh, okay. I never had a yellow cherry. I'll do that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Thank you so much for coming by. I really, 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 really appreciate that. So listen, I will see if we could do a video or something, a video tomorrow. I don't know. I can't promise it, but y'all take care. And I'll be back on Sunday for another in-person video. Okay. So with that being said, y'all take care. Bye. Bye.